Hi.
Hi.
So, I was wondering if you could create any holiday internationally that everyone would celebrate one day a year, what would it be? And yes, that is it.
Okay. I don't know what that one would be.
Celebrating anything of your choice.
Any what?
Celebrating anything of your choice.
Oh, I would just like to not. I feel like I'm like a pageant girl here. I'm just like world peace. Just always the appropriate answer. A day would be nice where people didn't have to go to work, or it was like a Wednesday or something you could sleep in. And it would just be the no conflict day. So you do whatever you want, no one says anything, people aren't fighting, that'd be cool. Hugs for America, Yeah, that's my hope at this point.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hey.
I was just wondering, what was the most challenging and what was the the easiest part of playing Jack?
Easiest part of playing Jack is putting on Velcro shoes. Just makes your life so simple, guys. It's really going to save you a lot of time in the morning, which is going to be great. I'd say the harder stuff for me is if there's a particularly emotional scene that you kind of have to dig in yourself, and that's not always the fun thing to do. Without giving a spoiler, in the new season, Jack is really starting to deal with the fact that he has no powers, that he's helpless, really. And he is learning about the responsibility and the level of loss that I think the Winchesters are used to dealing with. Anyway, so I have a scene, and I kind of have let someone down in a major way. So that stuff was hard. That's never stuff you want to spend too much time thinking about. But I think the scene will be really good. So you guys can tell me in November. You can tweet me being listen man, you hyped it up at the convention. You really let us down with this one. So let me know.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you guys?
I am awesome.
Yes? Okay. Good.
I was wondering what your favorite thing about Jack is.
My favorite thing about Jack is for sure how, even though despite all these really bad things that have happened to him, whatever loss he's experienced and not knowing his parents really, I love that he's still able to look at people with kindness and positivity, which is a really nice thing for me to get to enjoy on set, because instead of being bitter or cynical or a downer, he really does get to see people. I think he sees them at their best for the most part, and that's that feels good when you get to do it. So that's probably my favorite part. Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries.
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Shaylin.
Hi, Shaylin.
Do you like your role in Supernatural, or did you like your role in Arrow?
Ooh. I mean, they were drastically different characters. I don't know if any of you guys have seen my brief stint on Arrow, but I had a great time. I played this character called Anarchy, which is actually based from the DC comics, and if any of you guys are into Batman or DC. Oh wait, can I do a poll? Is that okay?
Depends.
Okay. Marvel? DC? Wow. Okay. No, I'm gonna make you choose. Everyone's taking a side today. No, I'm kidding. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm just actually curious about it. But anyways, I love that character because he, in the comics, actually has this kind of philosophical bent on everything that he thought and why he was doing the things he was doing. Almost like the Joker character, where there is a reason behind it. Maybe more like the Bane, because there's he's trying to cause change. And Not that I'm suggesting everyone do Bane-level activities. But I really love that character, and I wish I had more time to explore it in a way that...
I do too.
Yeah, I think it'd be so awesome. Just to be able to go back and like really have that character be fleshed out and have like a full-on like season of conflict with Arrow, I think would be like so cool. But obviously I don't get to explore that character in the same amount of time like I do Jack. I was saying to some people earlier that to have this amount of time with a character is amazing because as I get to know you guys, as I get to know the character more, I think it just gets deeper and deeper, and I'm learning things about Jack even, 2 weeks ago on set. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was there. So that's kind of the best part for me.
Thank you.
Also, you will not make me choose. I can't do it. It's not fair. Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh man. So
You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
I know. I had to do it the last time. That was scary. But so it's kind of like almost like a two-part question. The first one's simple.
Okay.
The second one is kind of like what you kind of want to know. What are you drinking? First of all.
Coffee.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure.
I'm kidding.
It's not one of those, you're really confused and you're like, coffee?
Exactly. So the other one is, who do you consider more your father?
You guys literally just told me, it's like, we can love both.
Like, I know that you have like a lot of like fathers on the show, but who do you consider more your father? Like who do you?
Maury Povich.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so hard to say. I always joke. I'm just like, it's like me in the Impala with like your like three cool uncles. Right. One of them's like, here's how you shoot. Here's how you drive. And then Misha. I don't know what Misha's doing. Here's how to be an angel. I don't know. I could ask you guys. Like, who do I think Cass is like the like obvious choice, right? Sam? Sam definitely has been like very nurturing towards Jack.
Yeah. Sam is the mom.
I feel like Dean's like the gruff dad who's just like wonder if this kid's gonna play sports. And Jack's just like, he's like, look, you want some help? Dean's like, pick up a baseball. Can you drive stick? Go long. I feel like these things are in the future for Dean and Jack. Hey kid, he'd be like, better be go Cowboys or I could be pissed. What do you think, if you had to choose?
I mean, I agree. I think Sam is more like the mom and the Dean's more like the dad.
Bro, why are you using like gender roles in 2018, bro? Can I be nurturing? He can be nurturing. Come on.
No.
It's all good. It's all good. Thank you.
I asked you the question.
I like to turn it around. I want to know what you guys think,
Well, I think Sam's more like the mom and Dean's more like the...
Bro. Bro, we just did this, bro.
He would kick your ass if he had to.
I mean, I think this will be continually debated. Me and Misha are going to make like 3 more videos debating if he's really the dad. Where he was in 1989. We're going to find out. The more and more information I get about Misha, we're slowly going to get to the bottom of this. Hey.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I love your cat's Instagram, and I was just wondering how the Lord's Instagram came about.
Well, like most things in my life, it started off as a joke. I think Thierry initially had like 15 followers, and they were just, our friends being like, your cat's so cute. And then we took it a little further, we're just like, well, Thierry's an asshole. And if he had an Instagram, his Instagram should reflect how demanding and needy he is. So then it kind of took off from there. And then, now it's its own thing. My favorite is his little crown. he recently got a new cat tower, which has been a hotly debated subject. You know, who's going to be at the top? Who will sleep in the sun? You know, classic cat situations. Catuations, if you will. But yeah, honestly, it started as a joke. And this is the thing. This is part of my life now. So yeah, thank you guys. People are like, you want to check out my cat? And I'm like, oh yeah, here, like check out the cat. And they're like, how does your cat have this many followers? I'm just like, I don't know, man. He's the Lord. Like, what can you say? Thanks for your question. Hello. Hi.
I really loved Jack exploring the world, and I was wondering if you could introduce Jack to one more thing, what would it be and why?
One more thing? What do you mean by thing? Like a place, a person?
Anything?
Anything. This is an open-ended question for me.
Yep, anything.
I would like to introduce him to surfing. Corn? I heard corn. I will not be religious. I'm not going to introduce Jack to those other things. No. No more suggestions here from you guys. Yeah, we're going to introduce Jack to a cornfield. No, something I always imagine, I want Jack to have like a hobby where he's just like having a good time and he's not stressed or worried about people dying. You know, I want him like see him on a boogie board or, you know, have some fun with like some local kids, you know, they go like off on scooters or something. That would be cool. Instead of just the constant, just like death, trying to save the world, having your dad betray you, you know, classic things for kids. Yeah. Thanks. Yo.
Hello, I'm Maria.
Hi.
I just want to say I love you, and I'm wondering what decade you wish you could have lived in.
Which decade? Oh. Well, I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about time travel. What would yours be if you had to?
Like 70s and 80s, like rocker area.
It would be great for all the concerts. I totally agree with that.
You're so young.
It would be awesome. Yeah, I think that's a classic one. You know, just seeing all these different crazy bands all the time. You know, what's your shirt?
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, there you go. So like you could have, you know, there's definitely those possibilities. You know, I think the 80s seemed like a really good time. But my favorite part is when you ask people who lived through the 80s, I'm always like this, I'm like, oh, like, what were the 80s like? What were you doing? They just look at me blankly like this. They're like, I have no idea. That decade just flew by. And I'm always like, okay. Because people can tell you vividly about the 70s or like the 90s or, you know, they're like, yeah, I was watching Friends or like, you know. But the 80s is just a blank period for people. I think you guys lost a lot of time in the 80s, so I want to go see, you know, what was going on back then. That's my plan at this point.
I just loved you in Edge of 17.
Oh, thank you. That was a fun movie.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hello.
Hello. I was wondering if we would get to see Jack drive the Impala at some point.
Ooh. Now, because I am still new to this, is it like sacrilegious for anybody else other than Dean to drive?
Yes.
Special circumstance.
That was a strong response. Yeah, see, that makes me worried. Because initially I'm like, man, it'd be so cool to drive that car, like whatever. But then you guys are like, that's Dean, it's Dean's spot. But that would be very cool. I'm down if you have like an Impala rental that you could loan to me. That would be cool. There's one outside. Thanks, guys. I just need it for like 30 minutes, just long enough to get into a car accident and then make it back for photos with you guys. I might look a little out of it by then. What happened? Stole the Impala, got in a car accident. Let's take this photo. So we'll see. Fingers crossed for me. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello, my name is Emma, and
Hi,
I
Emma.
was going to ask Jared and Jensen this, but they didn't pick me this morning, so I'm going to ask you instead, because you're better. What do you think would
Whoa, 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 whoa. No picking sides 2018.
Okay.
No.
What do you think would have happened or changed if Jack had come out as an infant instead of a full-grown person?
Well, first of all, I would be unemployed, so I already don't like this idea. Yeah, first of all, let me shut this down right away. Someone asked me at the last dimension, they're like, yeah, like other people take on other characters. We've had different Michaels. I'm like, nope, not allowed. Can't have it. Only I can play Jack. I'm aware it's very selfish of me, but I'm a little attached at this point. Thank you. So, I don't know. Yep, whose phone was that? Not mine.
I know, it's a difficult question.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Well, first of all, working with child actors is very difficult. They can work less hours than you, so right away our show's at a disadvantage here. This kid probably would have a great time though. Riding in the Impala, eating nougat, I mean...
Do you think Dean would have wanted to kill the infant? Because he definitely was on board for killing you.
Oh, he definitely wanted me dead, for sure.
But if it was a baby...
Again, we might have... I think Dean is such a, just a go-getter that he'd be like, I don't care that the kid's 4. Like, we gotta shoot him in the head. Sam's like, no, this kid, what are you talking about? He's like, this infant, man, he's bad news. Can't even throw a football. But no, it's just me. Yeah. No shot for this infant kid, you know?
Well, I think that's satisfactory. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Awesome.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Ashley Bean, and I don't necessarily have a question for you, but I genuinely want to say thank you for being on the show. Welcome to the family, because you're now one of us, and I really appreciate all that you do for the fans coming out. Just keep doing what you're doing and trucking forward.
Thank you. So nice. Wow. I always say it, and I want to make sure that I always reiterate it, and I can't forget it, but again, thank you guys for being here. It's such an amazing experience, and for you guys to have this community and to have these kind of opportunities, it's always a nice reminder, and it's easy to forget, but it's special. That's all. Hold on, I'll try to throw a dick joke in to make it funny. No, sorry. All right.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and I'm doing a competition with the rest of the cast to pick my senior quote.
Oh man. Oh no, this could go so badly for you.
I can't use half of them.
Probably not, no. Are you asking me for a suggestion?
Yes.
Oh God, no. That is way too much responsibility for me. Can you give me a suggestion that you've gotten so far?
I'm not sure you want that.
I think I definitely want it now.
Okay, so it started with Misha saying, "When life gives you lemons, make ice cream."
Nope. How raunchy are these that you can't get through this sentence? Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Then Brianna goes, "When life gives you lemons, throw them at fucking Misha Collins."
Yeah.
Rich followed up with, "When life gives you lemons, throw them at Misha Collins fucking."
I was so confused for a second. All right.
Rob, in the middle of this, said, "When life gives you lemons, what's wrong with lemons?" And then Matt followed up with, "When you go to jail for throwing lemons at Misha Collins for Misha Collins fucking, you better have a good attorney."
You know what? I think that might be the most practical piece of advice of any of this lemon tossing, lemon fucking, Lisa Collins related incident. I was gonna try to come up with something as meaningful as possible very quickly, but I realized that I don't need to do that at all. Matt Cohen wins. Matt Cohen wins, right?
Yes.
I'm not diving in this. I can't do this. I can't bear this responsibility.
No, there's give me something because I can't use those.
My initial response was gonna say Get Low by Yin Yang Twins. But this is why I stopped myself. I'm like, don't say that, Alex. Don't say that. I'm sorry. I really want to help you. I really do, but...
How about you just say the first thing that comes to your mind right now?
I just did. And it was awful. To the window. Yeah, that's it. Please don't use my quote. I will have like shame. I'll be in my apartment being like, hope that never works out. And somehow I will get a notification and I will see it and I will feel poorly about myself. So please don't do that.
No promises.
I gotta move on. Thank you, Ish. Hi.
Hi, Alex. I'm Sammy. So glad to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And my question is, you've been both on Supernatural and Arrow, and oftentimes Stephen Amell often likes to say he'd love to do a crossover with Supernatural and Arrow.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if that did happen, since you've been on both shows, how would you think a conversation between Jack and Anarchy would go?
Probably not good. That would be a really fun idea. I love that Arrow has those crossovers, but I want to see a crossover that's like, yeah, that would be like mind-bending, like the Supernatural Arrow thing. I think Jack would be very confused about this flamethrower holding guy. Jack would be like, I don't know, do you want some nougat? And he's like, do you want me to light that nougat on fire? I think Anarchy would be more focused on like trying to get the world to burn down, and Jack would be there with like a fire extinguisher. It's like, you know? I think it'd be a fun interaction though. It'd be like looking in the mirror, but then the mirror does something different, you know? Or has a big A across his face. Yeah, but you know, Stephen Amell, if he can make this happen, I'd be very down, you know?
I feel like we should start a petition or something to make it happen.
If I've learned anything from you guys at this point, is that whatever you think the limit is, you are completely wrong. And that it's entirely possible for this to happen if enough people just are like, yeah, we want this. Like, do this already, please. I don't know how the Scooby Natural one came about, but that one... So again, I feel like if they can make that work, they can make anything work. Ruby Roo.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. Okay, so I'm Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Oh, okay, you pull it together. Okay. If you could play like any character, who would you play?
I'm already doing it, man. Any character in
Like,
the world, in the
in
universe? I really liked Scarecrow character in the first Batman was really cool. How do you say his name? Cillian Murphy? Killian. See, that's what I always mess up. I thought that would have been just a boatload of fun. Not as Jack, obviously, but just for myself, I think that'd be a good time.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hello.
Hello. I was wondering how a conversation between Jack and Chuck would go.
Ooh. This has been interesting because I've actually been kind of theorizing about it because I've kind of met everyone in my, family at this point. Chuck kind of has been absent though. So I keep wondering, it sounds very existential, but it's like, when am I going to meet God? But in this case, when am I going to meet Chuck? I really don't know. You got some theories for me?
Not really.
No?
I think he'd have a lot to answer for.
Yeah, but then again, he'd probably give some like cryptic answer, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Just like real life, guys. Just like real life and Supernatural.
Exactly.
No, but I mean, I've met the Chuck in real life, and he's pretty cool. Turns out God's pretty fucking good at guitar. Yeah. I was like, I saw God last night at the show. Where were you? It must be great to be able to give yourself the ability to just do things. You're just like, boom, I'm Slash. Let's go.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hi, my name's Alex.
you're Alex as well?
Yeah.
Woo! A squared.
So, anywho,
It's like, moving on from that.
since Lucifer took your grace and he's now dead, how is Jack
Dead.
gonna change?
Sorry?
How's Jack gonna change? Since
Well, yeah, the biggest thing for him is that he's lost his powers, and being forced to deal with that is obviously real bad. Speaking of real bad, what do you do, Rob? What'd you do? No, it's not your D-hat. Worried I'm gonna get stigmatized for that, Rich.
No, never. You know me, I let things go.
Hey, I really only saw this recently. You guys have a last question song?
We do.
Yes.
Now, I know I'm not any of those dudes, but if I could like hear even a little bit of it and I could feel like I was a part of that, I'd really appreciate
Okay, guys, let's give them a half-assed version of the last question song.
all I deserve.
It's the last question. No one gives a crap. It's the last question. Hurry up, I gotta take a nap. It's the last question. Come on, let's go! Scooby-Doo-Bop, bebop, ba-doo-da, let's wrap up the epic song. Pretty much it.
That was all kinds of sad.
You just described Robin Rich and that's the name of our new record.
Yeah, you made the last question feel like the last day of my life. Just like, oh God, this is it for me. Wow.
See, we did you a favor. We didn't do that to you, but no, you had to know. Well, now you know.
Yeah, I really wanted to go out and be like, all right, guys, this was great. And instead, they, you know,
It's just we have
guys.
we have to play it for real in about an hour, so we don't want to spoil it. That's what it is. By the way, just for those following along at home, Alex just laughed in Rob's face. That's what that was. That was disdain.
Honestly,
that was not respectful, Alex.
I should know better at this point.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Robbie. You and I are going to do this because we're the elder statesmen. No. We're going to bring Alex out for the J&J last question. We're going to be a part of it. I'm going to warn you, it requires that you run around stage like an idiot. Trust me, it's part of the thing. It's fun.
Yeah.
You have that to look forward to. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Al Calvert. That'll be exciting to see Alex out here for the last question, running around like a boob. We'll teach the youngster what it's like to be us. To laugh in our face? Laugh in our face like that. Nobody laughs in Bobo's face but me. That's right.